Let's talk about it. So, my husband and I have finally started our IVF journey. This will probably be the most personal and honest I'll be in any series, but that's what this is going to be. It's going to be the IVF journey series. This is obviously part one. And the goal for me really is to create a community of women that are in this space of their lives, especially if they're older women. And we can just all support each other and lean on each other for advice and questions and things like that. Two common questions. Why are you deciding to go the IVF route? The reason that we are doing it personally is because my husband got a vasectomy when he was very young. He was only maybe 23, 24 at the time, and there was some tension there, and so my husband's mom kind of pushed for him to get the vasectomy, and she paid for it. And all from the beginning, we have always thought, well, when we're ready, we'll just do the reversal. We thought that was the only option at the time, and we didn't realize that there's another option, which is IVF, and that IVF is actually statistically higher success rates compared to if he were to do the reversal. And another question that's common is, why now? Well, that one's easy for me to explain because we knew we would always want a baby in the future. Those that know anything about me at all know that I was in active addiction for most of my adult life. And so once I got clean, I had told myself once I hit the 5 years clean mark, that's when we can start thinking about the process of having a baby and all of that. I'll be 5 years clean come October now. And what I wasn't really thinking about when I made that timeline was age, because I am 35 years old now, and that's considered a mature mother. So, but that's where we are. It was just very important for me when I got clean to do the therapies that I needed to really work on my mental health, to put a lot of time into working on my mental health while I was clean before I even considered the baby thing, even though I really want one. And I think that's what anyone hopefully would do if they were in my situation. So here's the thing, is that I had decided, well, not just me, we had decided that 2026 was going to be the year of baby, basically. The year we start trying to have a baby. And what happened was that first, in January, I was supposed to make the phone call. And I never made the phone call. Some part of me was scared to make the phone call. And if I'm going to be really honest with you, part of it was that Ben was saying that, yeah, he would love a baby, and his words all said all for it. But deep down, I felt like he has 2 grown kids. So deep down, I felt like I don't want this to be like a thing we do because I want to do it, right? However, recently, maybe 3 weeks ago, a very close family member to us had called saying they were in the hospital and that their girlfriend was pregnant. And no one knew that she was pregnant, including my relative. And that was, it was all very bizarre. But basically what happens was I get a phone call that she is pregnant. I think that means, oh, we're going to have a baby in 9 months, whatever. No, what he meant was she's in the hospital right now about to give labor. It's a crazy story. But anyways, The important part of that story in regards to us is that my husband, there was when the option came, the idea came of us possibly taking that baby simply because they were not ready for a baby at all. I mean, they just found out they're having a baby the day that she's going into labor. So just seeing him, like, no hesitation, we will take that baby home. That's what made me realize, okay, it is him too. He also desires to be a father at this time in his life. And so that's what made me be like, yeah, I've got to make this phone call. And if you have any type of neurodivergence, then you know how making appointments can be. So finally, I told my husband, I was like, I'm a little bit scared to make the phone call for some reason. And he said, what do you think they're going to do? Tell you no, you can't have a baby? Don't call us again? And I just laughed, and then I was like, but I'm not joking, actually. And he's like, yeah, I know you're not joking. I know you. So anyways, the next day, because I seen that it wasn't just me, it was him also, then the next day I finally made the phone call, and we had our very first appointment with IVF this past Friday. And so now we're starting the process and all of those types of things. And as far as why now, besides that, and that I'm 35 now, and we have a house. We have a beautiful big house. It's not a mansion, but we have a pool. It'd be a great place for a child to grow up. Just a wonderful childhood. We own a business, so financially that's there. I will have the luxury of being able to stay home with the child. We have a pool they can grow up in. I mean, I just really waited until I was mentally, spiritually, financially, just all the areas, check, which I know not everyone does that, but you've got to remember, we're in a situation where we get to make the choice when we want to make the choice. And I realize that's obviously not the case for most people. So anyways, I have some questions for anybody listening, which is, how did IVF go for you? How long did it take for you? Were the shots painful? What made you decide to go the IVF route? Did you tell people you were doing IVF? And I asked that one, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to create a community of support for women, is because I had posted about just thinking about it in one of my Christian women groups and learned that a lot of Christian women are against it. And that's sad, but I try to put myself in their shoes as someone looking only from the outside in. And I don't think they realize that as a Christian, which we are Christians, there are a lot of choices we can make. Like we're not doing the testing. We're not choosing the gender. Things like that, you have control over them. So anyways, any questions you guys have, any things you want to share, please do. I would so appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.